to the ScamSlam channel. I'm here to bring you content from both shady and some not so shady individuals on TikTok. Ever scrolled through your For You page and come across a sketchy scam or a questionable character? Well, you're not alone, and that's where I come in. On this channel, I'll be diving deep into the world of TikTok to expose scams, scammers, and problematic content to steer clear of. From beggars, scammers, fakers, liars, abusers, and awareness creators that you watch, I'll be here to share it all. I'll be doing it all through showing live streams and adding in comments where appropriate. Be sure to look out for those red flags. So if you want to stay informed on what's really going on in the world of TikTok, then hit that subscribe button and join me on this wild ride. Let's expose the truth together, and reminder, don't send money to anyone on TikTok.
Hello. How are you? Hey, Shells. What's up, Lisa? We're going to do a meditation here in a bit if you want to join us. Me too. I think you'll like the meditation. It's a meditation based on the teachings and life's work of a Presbyterian minister by the name of Edgar Casey. Sunday school teacher. He never became a preacher. He wanted to, but he never made it past the 8th grade. Oh, really? That's good. Shells, congratulations. Here too, Lisa. It's going to be below 0. So, I think I got a job. Still some paperwork to take care of first. We'll see how that goes. But I think I got a job. Oh yeah, trolls. Okay, I'm good. Yes, a job. I know, right? What else do I have to tell you? Oh, I got myself involved in a charity here in town. You guys know about the makerspace, right? That I can go in there and work on cars anytime I want. Well, they told me that I could bring a friend's car in and work on it. And I was like, mwah! Okay, perfect. So I went to a local charity who helps homeless and poor women and things like that. And I told them, dude, I can totally do brakes and stuff on your car. And they said, can you do a radiator? And I'm like, no, but I can find a mechanic to stand over my shoulder while I do it. And they were like, cool, we'll get back to you. So, so I might get to fix somebody's car. So I'm very thrilled. Thank you very much for the clickety-clicks. I appreciate it. Hey. So, what's up with you, Shell? Oh, they've got a case of the Zoomies. Let me show you. Hey, brat. Hey. This is the face-off. So yeah, Sourpuss will take a run at Chester here in a minute. And Chester will take one of his great big paws and push her to the bed and walk off. And that'll be the end of it. Oh, let me show you a picture. Where's the background? Let me show you the picture. You're going to love this. Here they are. Looking so cute. I know, right? So they're on a pillow that I use to prop my feet up. So pillow smells like me. Pillow was freshly used, so nice and warm. And they just went, and they were immediately on it. So, hey, Lucy. How are you, sweetie? I think I got a job, Lucy. Just have to make it a month until I get paid. So, the job doesn't pay much to start, but they're willing to train you and give you certificates. You work as a home health aide. So, or a caregiver of sorts. So it's $16 an hour plus $50 attendance bonus. You know, show up on time, call in when you need to, that sort of thing. And then when you get your first certificate, your pay goes up to $17 plus the attendance bonus, which makes it $18 an hour. And I'm like, yeah, and I don't have to drive an hour and a half to work in a, you know, smelly factory. That factory smelled so bad. It smelled like rotting fish. I thought, what the fuck are they making this plastic out of that they're putting in cars? This has got to be dead fish, right? So I Google it. Sure as shit, the Japanese make plastic out of dead fish. I was like, motherfucker. You know, I hate it when I'm right. So, yep. The inside of your Subaru is made out of dead fish. Yeah, I won't be a CNA. I won't have that certificate. I'll have to go to school for that. But at least I'll be able to pay my damn bills in a month, you know? So, if the car makes it that long because it's squeaking and raising hell. So, I keep asking for help for parts, but 'tis not the season, I guess. So, anyway. Look at Chester. He's right here. Oh, I gotta turn that off, don't I? Background. Off the problem. I was trying to keep the cats fed and stuff for the next month while I work. So. And I really don't want to leave them in the car because it's so freaking cold, you know? It's one thing when it was 30 degrees outside and I could go out and turn the car on for an hour or so and let it run. This is something different. It's below zero here. So, look at this. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Hi, baby. Hey, Tammy Tam. Are you guys all here to meditate? Okay. We start at 7. I didn't want to start early because I don't want to, run people off. So if you've got to go, serve dinner or, get a drink or whatever you need to do, yeah. We start at 7 every night. So one of the hardest things to do when I started following the Edgar Casey work was not eat late night, right? So he recommended that you have dinner at 5 or 6 in the evening, and that's it. After that, go to bed with an empty stomach. And the reason why, I don't have a place yet. I don't have it yet, Katerina. I'm working on it. So, he said it was better to go to bed with an empty stomach because it allows your body to concentrate on repairing itself from the day's use as opposed to digesting food, which makes complete sense. And that's also why the heaviest meal of the day for him, he recommended to be breakfast. And which usually involved like sweet fruits like dates and oh God, what are they called? Figs. And ground corn, yellow corn, what do we call it? Polenta. The figs sweetened just like a tablespoon of polenta with some chopped up figs and dates, black figs. And then you cook that with a little bit of water. And believe me, a little goes a long way. It's like eating the heaviest food you've ever had. It fills you up so fast. And you stay full, man. You're not going to be hungry until it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon and you're ready for a bowl of soup or a salad and then dinner at 5. Yep. So anyway, I'm trying to get back to that because, when you're poor, you take whatever people hand you, Do I have a mod in here tonight? Tam, do you want to be a mod? Okay. Lucy's a mod. Tam, do you want to be a mod too? Because if you guys come in here, okay. And we start pulling, people in for the meditation session, we're going to need somebody to kind of watch what's going on. So, and I need somebody to set an alarm for 7:20 because I always forget to set the alarm. And it won't work with TikTok up and running anyway. So, anyway. I'm not. House is still unlivable. I have not won the lottery and availed myself of all that money. No, set the alarm for 7:20. We're going to start meditating at 7. So 7:20 we should be done. Still haven't won the lottery, still haven't fixed my house. There is no shelter that has openings in the state. Okay? No openings. They have waiting lists. Where I am is in a hotel that an organization pays for. And it's one night at a time. So I don't know tomorrow if the funding will be there for me to be in a hotel in this weather. It's one night at a time. So, Tam, honest to God, if I could predict the weather, I'd be a multimillionaire. They're saying another front's moving in, so I don't know. I don't know. I have my kitties. I have cat food. I would like to do some laundry if somebody is feeling generous enough to let me do a load of laundry. It's $5 a load in the machine upstairs. Yeah, no kidding. No, it's not. It's college town. So there's another laundromat in town. $12 just to wash. $3.50 to dry. So $15 to do a load of laundry. The cost of living in this area is the 7th highest in the nation. So right behind places like New York, Chicago, LA, Portland, Miami. We're number 7. The difference is the wages here are not commensurate. They're not enough to justify the cost of living here. And the reason that is because you've got a bunch of bratty college kids whose mommy and daddy have paid for everything. So the money comes into the area, but they're not paying the locals for their work. So oh, poor Chester's so sleepy. Oh my goodness. Okay. So sleepy. Such a sleepy kitty. Oh goodness. So cute. What you doing, Charpuss? What's up, buddy? Yeah. Oh, what's up? What's up? I love you so much. I love you so much. Are you my baby girl? can't get it to work, but it's okay. They are. Hey, Swooning, how are you? Oh. Hi, baby. What? Yeah, you're over here to knock down the phone. I know. Come here. Yep. Hello. Hello. Hello, little toes. Oh, such a cute girl. Yes. Such a pretty girl. Oh, I know. She gets all the lovin's, doesn't she? Doesn't she, Chester? Oh, my goodness. Yeah. These guys. Yeah, I am. It's a day-by-day thing, so... Sorry, hangnail driving me nuts. Some days, I think the most they've ever done is 2 nights in a row, which is nice because it, gives you kind of a chance to breathe. It's like, oh, I don't have to be out of here tomorrow. I don't have to organize all my shit, So, I'm trying to get some laundry done and stuff before I lose the hotel room. So, anyway. Sorry, I don't mean to babble. But I'm trying not to load dirty clothes back in that car. Yeah, charity paid for the hotel. Yep. Yeah, the lady who founded the charity, I've known her for probably 4 years. Met her when I was driving for Uber. And so she knows me and she knows my whole drama. So... So, anyway, if you guys would kindly consider helping me do some laundry. It's $5 a load upstairs at the hotel lobby or hotel laundry. So if you could send me $5 so I can do some laundry, please. I have probably 3 loads. 3 loads. I have soap, so I don't need that, but and thank you in advance. What else? Oh, the cats have settled down. They're such trouble. They're such a mess. You guys slung cat food all over the floor. Do you care to tell me why? They pick up bits of wet food and then they shake it like it's a wiggly mouse or something. And little bits of food go everywhere. And both of them do it. I've never seen cats do that with wet food before. But these guys do. I think one of them did it and taught the other one how to do it. Which is funny because I even go to the trouble of chopping up their wet food so it's not can shaped, so that it's little bits of food and they still shake it. Shaky, 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 shaky kitty. Yeah. Can you talk to me, Chester? Thank you, Autumn. That's 2 loads. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, babies. Did you guys know that? Yep. Hey, buddy. What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay. So run, go get yourselves a drink. We'll get started here in 15 minutes, 13 minutes, okay? 13 minutes before we start. Hey, baby. Oh. Last flight out where, CP? Where are you going? Ouch. Ouch. Okay. I'm back. Hello. Welcome back. Whee! Maybe. Yes. Oh, do you know Tamarind? Sorry, never mind. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start a little bit early. We're going to talk about Edgar Cayce for just a moment. Edgar Cayce was the son of a tobacco farmer from Kentucky. He was born, I think, in Hopkinsville. And I guess there are still many people related to him in that area. Everybody who spells the last name Cayce, C-A-Y-C-E, is a relative of this man. At least in the Hopkinsville area. He was all his very young life, he wanted to be a preacher. That's what he wanted to do. And carried his Bible around with him like it was his best friend, his constant companion. Somewhere around 8 or 9, he had a vision of an angel. And he asked the angel if he could help people heal, especially children. And she told him that's what he would do. And after that, he started manifesting psychic abilities. One of his abilities was to be able to lay down on a book and go to sleep. And when he woke up, he knew everything in the book, which was something that came in handy to him years later. When he was working as a door-to-door salesman, he memorized the catalog, and he was able to make a living that way. So he started giving readings in the 1800s as a young man. It would have been the late 1800s. He'd gotten some kind of infection, in his throat and could no longer talk. And of course, they took him to doctor after doctor after doctor who said there was no hope. He had lost his voice. It was gone. And so he had heard of a faith healer, and because of his strong evangelical beliefs, he went to this faith healer who was traveling as part of a circus. And they went in. The man laid him down and put him under hypnosis and started giving him suggestions of healing. Well, the unconscious Casey took over in the reading and said, suggest to the body that he do this, suggest to the body that he do that. And so they suggested to Casey, while under hypnosis, that he or hypnotic trance, I guess it were, because he was not conscious, the blood flow into the circulation increased to his throat and hold there for a certain number of minutes, and then gradually relax. And when he woke up, he spat up a little bit of blood and could talk for the first time in months. So he went back to this faith healer several times, and they did the same thing. Casey would suggest suggestions under hypnosis or in hypnotic trance, and they would suggest that to him, and eventually he regained his voice completely. But in the meantime, his father, who was quite the rascal, had figured out that Casey could do readings outside of this hypnotic healer or faith healer. So he started conducting readings at home. And Casey was getting these incredible headaches. He couldn't figure out why. Finally, they discovered that Casey's father, they called him Squire Casey, was doing readings on the side to bet on the horses, and he was winning a lot of money. But as a result of using his power in such a disreputable way, it was giving him headaches. So at that point, Casey was told that he would know if the readings were being used in a nefarious way because he would feel it in his body. Okay. So from that point on, he had a cousin who was I don't want to say chiropractor. I can't think of the name. He was a doctor of some sorts that worked with manipulation of bones, but not to the extent that chiropractors do. Chiropractors work separately from medical doctors, and back then that wasn't the case. Doctor of osteopathy. That's what it was. They were trained physicians as well. It was not a separate practice. So he had a cousin who was a doctor, or a cousin who had married a doctor. And the doctor was called in to do readings with Edgar Casey so that they could actually start treating people. And that's what happened. People would come in, they would pay for a reading until they discovered that the people didn't have to be there in order to get a reading. So as word spread, people from all over the country started contacting Casey for a reading. And he kept it limited to 2 a day because they were so physically exhausting and so hard on him to do. So that is what he did. And of course, you know, rich men, they always want in on everything, right? So first off, Harvard came down and tried to debunk him and had access to several readings. And this is where the Harvard diet comes from, by the way. It's from Edgar Casey readings. before Edgar Cayce, there was no concept of vitamins. Okay? Vitamin K was the first quote-unquote force Cayce talked about in food. And as a result, Harvard started doing research into vitamins, into these forces in food that were nutritious for people, and why people craved certain foods like dirt and things, because they weren't getting out of the processed flour, the flour and butter diet that was America at the time. Kellogg, Post, Roosevelt, these names should all be familiar to you. They all availed themselves of the Edgar Cayce readings. They all had readings, several readings. Dayton of Dayton Tire had several readings. He made so much money with the help of Edgar Cayce that he was able to pay for a hospital on the beach in Virginia Beach. They built a hospital and treated people until the crash, when Dayton gambled all his money away on the stock market instead of listening to Edgar Cayce, who told him to pull his money out. So anyway, the property was bought back at some point and is now the Association for Research and Enlightenment. Okay? The meditation that we're about to start right now is partially written by Cayce and the study group that he worked with later on in his life to allow people to develop their own gifts as well as walk a spiritual path. It is very much Christian-centric because Edgar Cayce was a Christian, okay? So if you are not comfortable with some of the prayers, you are welcome to substitute the prayers of your own belief system, because Cayce absolutely believed no matter what your belief system is, you should practice it. But be consistent and be loving. Okay? That's what he suggested. Loving and consistent. Okay? So if your religion teaches hate, you might want to look into something else. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get started. First off, we're going to do some neck exercises because this gets us kind of relaxed and removes some of the stress of the day. Okay? So what we're going to do, find a place to sit. You should be sitting on the tip of your spine. You shouldn't be rolled back like this. Sit up straight. Have something to support your back. Relax your shoulders. You're going to put your hands palms up on your knees. Pinch together your forefinger and thumb. Okay? So I sit like this during the meditation. And just kind of relax. Okay? You shouldn't have to think about your hands while you're meditating. So just kind of set them down and leave them there. Your feet are about shoulder width apart. Your heels are firmly planted on the ground. Okay? Okay. So we're going to start with some shoulder rolls. You're going to take your chin and place it to your chest 3 times. Slowly. As close as you can get. Do not bounce your head. Don't tense up your shoulders to make it happen either. If you can't get all the way down, just kind of hold it where, as far as you can go. And then back up. And again. Hold it. Then back up. And a third time. Okay. And then we're going to do the right ear to the shoulder. You're going to try and lay that right ear down on that shoulder. You're not going to pull your shoulder up, just as far as you can go, and then stop. 1. Just kind of hold it there. Make sure that shoulder's relaxed. And then up. Do it again. As far over as you can go, and hold it. And then back up. And then again. And then back up. And now we're going to go back. We're going to look at the stars. Hold it. Relax your shoulders. And back up. One more time. And then back up. And then a third time. As far back as you can go without bouncing. And then back up. And then your left ear to your left shoulder. One more time. Okay, then we're going to do some neck rolls. We're going to go down to chin. And without picking your head up, you're going to roll to the side, go to the right. Make sure that shoulder's loose. All the way back. Don't stop movement. Look at the stars. Keep rolling. Ooh. And you're going to hear crunch, crackle, crackle, crackle. That's sediment between bone and cartilage, and you're clearing it out when you do this exercise. Eventually you'll get to the point where you're not feeling that anymore. And then down again. To the right. Look at the stars. One more time. Oh, feels so good in your back, doesn't it? The more you do this, the more you'll begin to feel the warmth and kind of tension melting away. Those muscles starting to relax. I know it's kind of ouchy at first, but that's because you've not been stretching your neck and shoulders properly. Okay, so we're going to go to the left now. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Right there. Feels good. And then up. 2 more times. Chin down. Head up. And then a third time. Don't worry if you miss this part, you can always pick it up next evening. We'll get to it again. We'll do this before every session. Okay, and there you go. And now we're going to do some, how are we doing? What's the comment? Nine minutes left. Yeah, we're going to need more time. We're going to need another 10 minutes. Okay. So, now we're going to do some breathing. The first one, there are three times each. There are 3 different exercises. So first is in through the nose, or in through the right nostril, out through the mouth. No, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Sorry. Fill up your lungs, hold it for a couple of seconds, and then out. Be sure to empty out your lungs as much as possible before drawing back in. And hold. And release. In a third time. And hold. And release. Okay. And then in through the right nostril, out through the mouth. You can use your finger to pinch off your left nostril. One more time. Okay. And then the third one is in through the right, out through the left nostril. And then finally, the vibrations. The idea of meditation is to raise your physical vibration and prepare yourself as a channel to listen to the universe, to God, whatever you, the creative forces, whatever you decide to call God, okay? Whatever your religion teaches you. For me, it is creative forces. So when I say that, you understand that I'm referring to God, okay? So we're going to go ahead and do some light chanting. A lot of belief systems teach Om Mane Padme With Casey, it's about the vibration, not what's being said. So what we use are vowels and consonants that help us get those vibratory feelings going in your throat. So what we say is A, Re, E, O, and you kind of blend it together into one sound like this. 3 times. Once again. And then your affirmation to help you center. I've been using the same one past couple of days. Father, allow us to be channels of your love to ourselves, our families and friends, our community, our world. Father, allow us to be channels of your love to ourselves, our family and friends, our community, and our world. Father, allow us to be channels of your love to ourselves, our family and friends, our community, and our world. Even if your mind starts to wander, just bring it back with the affirmation. It doesn't matter if you break concentration, it simply matters that you return to it. And it's not concentration per se, as it is a clearing of the mind and allowing yourself to be open to hear the universe and its conversation with your subconscious. TikTok doesn't like meditation class, I guess. They just asked me to verify I was a human. Just now? We're finished? Okay. All right. Edgar Casey always closed out his classes with the Lord's Prayer. So we're going to do that now. One change is going to be made, though. Instead of sin, we're going to use the word debt. Okay? And it is probably, I find it to be humbling in that instead of making me feel guilty or making those around me or accusing people of something they should be guilty of, it calls into focus that we all have debts and we all owe people apologies and an opportunity to make things right. So what we're going to do is, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. All right. And that's meditation, Casey style. And I hope that after you're here for a couple of weeks, once a day or twice a day, that you start to notice a difference in your life. Okay? So now we know it takes about 30 minutes and not 15. Okay, so. All right. So for those of you about to run, go make dinner, enjoy your dinner. And I'll be back around 9 o'clock to do some oracle readings, okay? If you find anything about this is helpful, please support my being here. There's links in my bio where you can drop a few bucks on me. I would much appreciate, because I gotta do laundry. I really do. Somebody gave me enough for 2 loads. Thank you. They're Walmart, I think. Yeah, I'd appreciate enough for a 3rd load of laundry. Thank you. And I'll see you about 9 o'clock Eastern. Take care of yourselves and one another, okay? Have a good night. Oh, and thank you to my mods. Much love, guys. I appreciate you.